I've got an important message today that I believe will resonate with some of you. Remember to take only what feels right for you and let go of anything that doesn't connect. This message is directed at those who are living in their truth, those who are choosing to live authentically and pursue what truly makes them happy. I'm getting the sense that this message will resonate with around 7% of you listening. And to those who feel it deeply, I want to remind you to keep doing exactly what you're doing. Living in your truth can be challenging, and sometimes it feels like an uphill battle, especially when those around us don't seem to understand or appreciate the path we're on. Being true to ourselves means doing what genuinely fulfills us on a soul level. It means aligning our actions, thoughts, and decisions with what feels right within us, rather than conforming to others' expectations or to society's general rules about what's right or normal. When you're genuinely happy, fulfilled, and following a path that feels meaningful, that's when you know you're aligned with your true self. Living in truth might lead some people to misunderstand or even resist us. A classic example of this is Jesus. Whether you view this story as literal or symbolic, the essence is powerful. Jesus knew who he was, and he wasn't afraid to stand in his truth, even when people around him questioned, judged, and even accused him of wrongdoing. He stood firm, even though others felt threatened by his message. Jesus was clear in his purpose and didn't let others' doubts pull him away from his path. That same inner strength can exist in all of us if we choose to follow what feels true to us. Many of you listening may feel a similar sense of purpose. You found your own truth and you're not afraid to walk in it, even if it doesn't match what others expect. There are people who won't understand why you live this way, and their confusion or judgment is often a reflection of their own limitations, not yours. When people don't see their own worth or purpose, they sometimes project those insecurities onto others. So, if you feel empowered, if you know who you are, and if you feel connected to what matters most to you, keep moving forward. Don't let the opinions of others stop you. Life isn't meant to be lived according to others' rules, especially if those rules don't resonate with your true self. Many people in life follow what society expects without ever asking if that's what they want. As a result, they miss out on understanding who they truly are and what brings them genuine happiness. Remember, there's something unique within each of us. Every person has a gift, a purpose, and something valuable that makes them different from anyone else. This inner light, this special energy can attract attention. Some people will see it and appreciate it, while others might feel uncomfortable or even threatened by it. Sometimes people might make assumptions or label you unfairly just because they don't understand what makes you shine. They might call you names, judge your intentions, or assume you're doing something wrong. This usually comes from a place of fear, envy, or simply not understanding. Your strength comes from within. It's a deep inner energy that no one else can fully see or understand. This strength isn't dependent on things outside of you. It's not about material possessions, popularity, or others' opinions. Instead, it's a God-given quality, something greater than anything physical. The love, truth, and authenticity you carry are far more powerful than any outward success. Living in love, truth, and authenticity is a gift, and not everyone is ready for it. Some people are still living in anger, jealousy, or resentment. This negativity clouds their vision, keeping them from seeing the beauty of life and the potential within themselves. While the world is built on love and light, some choose to live in the darkness of hate and bitterness. That's their choice, but it's not something you have to let into your own life. You have the choice to live in a way that's open, honest, and loving. For those who feel this message resonates, know that your ancestors, your guides, or the forces that support you have given you a kind of inner strength, like a sword of truth. This sword of truth, this sword represents the power to keep going, to stay true to yourself, and to defend your path without wavering. It's not a physical weapon, but a powerful inner resolve. This inner strength can help you stay grounded even when life throws challenges your way. It's a reminder that you're on the right path, especially if you're living with integrity, honesty, and purpose. When you're aligned with your truth, people will notice. Some will appreciate it and support you, while others may feel uncomfortable. Those who choose not to see the beauty of authenticity might try to bring you down. They might attempt to hurt you with their words, actions, or negative energy. They may even go to great lengths to understand your inner power, sometimes by criticizing or questioning you. But remember, they don't see what you see. They don't understand the light that fuels you, and it's not something they can control or take away from you. Negative energy can feel heavy and distracting. But it's important to know that these feelings don't come from you, they come from others who don't fully understand themselves. People who haven't accepted their own truth may try to pull others down. They often let their minds become trapped by ego, fear, or insecurity, and while it may feel personal, it's really about them, not you. They may be dealing with their own inner conflicts, but that's their journey to work through, not yours. If you're a person who feels this message, then know you're someone who's on a path of love, light, and inner peace. Your energy, rooted in love and truth, naturally stands out. It's this energy that others sense, whether consciously or unconsciously, and it can inspire or unsettle them. Those who choose to live in negativity may try to challenge or question you, but they can't overpower your inner light. Love and truth are more powerful than anything rooted in fear. The world needs people who are aligned with love, honesty, and compassion. These qualities are the foundation of everything good. When you walk in love, you not only bring peace to yourself, but also spread that peace to others around you. By living your truth, you inspire others to find and live their own. There will always be those who choose negativity, but you don't have to let their choices define your path. So, to those who feel connected to this message, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. Remember that your light, your truth, and your purpose are all part of who you are. You have a unique journey that no one else can take for you. Keep going, stay grounded in love, and don't let anything stop you from living in your truth. You have a rare and powerful gift within you, an ability to love deeply and to live in truth. This gift makes you stand out, and it's something that not everyone has. Some people might even feel intimidated or insecure around you because they recognize that you have something special. They might not understand it fully, but they can sense that you carry a light within you, a strong and authentic energy. This inner power, which comes from your genuine love and honesty, is your greatest strength. It's something unique to you, and no one else can take it away. When you live true to yourself and in love, you become steady, and others can't bring you down. There are people who, on the surface, may seem positive or friendly, but they are often wearing a mask. On the inside, they might carry negativity, dishonesty, or selfish intentions. When they see someone like you who is real and unpretentious, it can make them feel uncomfortable or even exposed. But your authenticity can remind them of the parts of themselves they're trying to hide. Instead of addressing those parts, they might lash out or direct their discomfort toward you, blaming you for their own feelings. They might even accuse you of having bad intentions or doing things you'd never consider, simply because they can't understand what it means to live honestly and openly. In reality, you're not trying to control, change, or harm anyone, you're just being yourself, and that's enough to unsettle those who aren't being true to themselves. Some people may even start to envy you because they see qualities in you that they wish they had. They might want your confidence, your inner peace, or the way you stand strong in your values. These people may not realize that the foundation you have, the peace, the self-love, and the truth is something you've built carefully over time. It wasn't given to you overnight. You had to work for it, go through your own struggles, and learn important lessons to reach this place of strength. So when they try to take what's yours, they're overlooking all the effort and growth that went into creating the person you are today. Your ancestors, guides, or the supportive forces in your life want you to know that this strength you have in love and truth is like a protective shield, is the core of who you are, and is something that gives you both resilience and grace. They encourage you to keep living in love, to stay rooted in what feels true to you, and not to let the negativity or doubts of others shake your foundation. Sometimes the world around us can lack love and truth, and this only makes your quality stand out more. Even when it's challenging, keep holding on to what you know to be right. Letting go of your love or your values to please others or to fit in wouldn't make you happier. It would only take away the parts of you that make you special. Right now, you're in a season where it's important to speak openly and share your truth. Sometimes, when you express your honest thoughts or feelings, it may bring out others' insecurities, but this is their reaction, not something you're doing wrong. People who struggle with their own inner peace might react negatively to your honesty because they feel threatened by it. It's like your truth shines a light on parts of themselves they're uncomfortable with. This may make them uncomfortable or even angry, but remember, this is their journey to deal with, not yours. You are only responsible for staying true to yourself. In your life, you may even come across strangers who, without knowing you personally, have strong opinions or judgments about you. They might gossip or make assumptions based on very little, simply because they sense that you're different. Your authenticity makes an impression, and it can stir up reactions in people even if they've never met you. It might feel unfair at times, especially when people try to tear you down without understanding who you really are. But this too is a reflection of their own struggles. They might feel unhappy with themselves or be stuck in a place of jealousy or resentment. By living honestly, you remind them that they too could choose to live differently, but this can feel challenging for them to accept. Some people from your past who you may have once been close to might also be reacting to your growth. Maybe you've decided to move on from certain relationships or environments that no longer felt right to you. In response, some of these people may feel hurt, insecure, or resentful. Instead of moving on and finding their own path, they might join forces with others who feel similarly. They could try to make you feel guilty, question your worth, or say things like, "Who do they think they are?" This is because your decision to prioritize your own peace and growth has made them feel left behind. But remember, choosing to grow or move on from something that no longer serves you is a powerful and necessary step in becoming your best self. In times like these, when it seems like the world is questioning you, remember the simple truth that you're just being yourself. You're not trying to harm anyone, and you're not seeking to take anything away from others. You're simply committed to living authentically. This commitment to yourself is what attracts both admiration and criticism. Some people may see your self assurance and be inspired, while others may feel threatened because they see in you what they're missing in themselves. In either case, it's not your job to make everyone comfortable or happy. Your role is to live with integrity, guided by your values of love, honesty, and authenticity. There may be times when others talk about you, spread rumors, or try to pull you down. These are moments that test your resolve and your faith in who you are. The people who talk behind your back or act against you may even form alliances, finding common ground in their resentment or jealousy toward you. They might think that by uniting they can bring you down or take away your peace. But they don't understand that what you have within you is built on a strong foundation, one that isn't easily shaken by gossip, judgment, or negative intentions. They can try to pull you down, but unless you allow it, they can't touch the core of who you are. The message here is to focus on your own path, ignoring the distractions and negativity that others might bring into your life. You have something special, and it's a light that some people can't understand. Don't let their reactions make you question your worth or change who you are. Stay grounded in love, stay committed to truth, and keep believing in the strength that has carried you this far. This isn't a time to blend in or to silence yourself to make others feel better. Instead, it's a time to honor your journey and all the growth you've achieved. Continue to be open, continue to express your truth, and let the power of your love and authenticity speak for itself. Not everyone will understand you or support your journey, and that's okay. Some may feel threatened, some may be jealous, and others may even act out in ways that seem designed to hurt you, but you are not here to lower yourself or to meet them on their level. Their actions are a reflection of their own inner struggles. You have come a long way, and your spirit, your truth, and your love have become your foundation. So keep living in your truth and let love guide your actions. By doing so, you'll continue to grow stronger, more resilient, and more at peace with who you are. Don't worry about those who are stuck in negativity or who feel the need to bring others down. They are simply reacting to what they see in you, a person who is rooted in authenticity, love, and truth. And remember, the strength and light you carry are not just for yourself, they can also inspire others who are open to learning and growing. So keep shining, stay true to yourself, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Some people around you can be negative or toxic, and they might even feel threatened or irritated by the positive energy you carry. This positive energy is a reflection of your true self, who you are at your core. You've put in the work to become this person, and that isn't something everyone can handle. For some people, seeing someone genuinely happy, successful, and living their truth brings up a sense of discomfort or jealousy. They feel this way because they haven't taken similar steps for themselves. Instead of working on their own growth and happiness, they'd rather bring others down to their level. When you grow, you're not the same person you used to be. Your spirit and energy transform, and others might not understand this new version of you. You've reached a point in life where you're at peace and you understand who you are and what you need. You've worked hard, maybe through facing personal challenges, taking time for self-care, or simply becoming more aware of yourself. But not everyone around you has done this work, so they're stuck in old ways while you've outgrown those habits or mindsets. You are now on a path that many people haven't taken, and this can make them uneasy or insecure. When you realize your self-worth, you begin to set boundaries. You start to see who in your life is supportive and who may only be there for what they can gain from you. Setting boundaries is simply a way to protect your peace and to make sure your energy isn't drained by negativity. Sometimes people can feel entitled to your time and energy, but you don't owe anyone access to you, especially if it costs you your well-being. Boundaries can look like spending less time with certain people, choosing not to engage in negative conversations, or limiting how much you share about your life with others. Once you've put up these boundaries, it's common for people who had easier access to you to feel frustrated. They miss being able to rely on you for support, advice, or validation whenever they needed it. Now that they can't reach you as easily, they might start talking negatively about you, perhaps spreading rumors or twisting stories. This isn't a reflection of you, but rather of their own insecurities and inability to handle the changes in your relationship. Instead of growing and working on their own issues, they choose to focus on you, using negativity to feel better about themselves. However, this doesn't need to impact you because you're no longer tied to their opinions or approval. You're focused on your own growth, and that alone is powerful. You're choosing to rise above the drama and stay committed to becoming the best version of yourself. This means you continue to work on your goals, pursue your passions, and remain true to your values. You're thriving because you've chosen to do the work, not just on the outside, but on the inside. This inner growth creates a light around you that some people might be drawn to, while others feel intimidated by it. Either way, this is your journey and you deserve to live it fully. A big part of this process is recognizing that you don't need everyone's support or approval to be happy or successful. When you prioritize your peace, you're aligning with your highest self. Some people won't understand this and they might even resent it. But that's okay, this is your path, and not everyone is meant to join you on it. When you stay focused on your goals, the right people will naturally find you, and those who aren't aligned with your growth will fall away. This isn't a loss, it's simply making space for better things to come into your life. Even people from your past, like old friends, family members, or former partners, may sense this change in you. They might try to reconnect because they remember the comfort and support you used to offer. But they may also feel conflicted because they can't control or influence you the way they once did. It's not uncommon for people to feel stuck in the past while you're moving forward. They may want to pull you back into old habits, gossip, or negativity. You might even notice them attempting to remind you of past mistakes or times you struggled, but that's only because they're still carrying that version of you in their minds. You've grown and they haven't updated their view of who you are now. When people see that you're happy and thriving, they might think you're lucky or that life just worked out for you. But they don't see the effort, sacrifices, and decisions that brought you here. You've probably faced difficult moments, times of doubt, and maybe even setbacks. But instead of staying in that place, you chose to keep going, to learn from challenges, and to become better because of them. This is something anyone can do, but it takes commitment and courage. It takes strength to grow and change, and not everyone is ready to make those moves. So rather than celebrating your growth, some may resent it. It's essential to remember that their opinions, judgments, or rumors can't define you or stop your progress. They may try to paint a picture of you that isn't accurate, but you know your truth, and that's what really matters. You don't need to react or prove them wrong. Your life, your happiness, and your progress are the most powerful responses. When you continue to focus on your goals and stay true to who you are, you naturally outgrow any negativity around you. This doesn't mean you wish bad things on anyone, it simply means you're choosing not to let their energy affect you. Some people might even be watching you, trying to understand how you've changed. They might check your social media, look at your pictures, or talk about your latest achievements. They're curious, maybe even fascinated by your growth. However, remember that this curiosity is more about them than it is about you. They're looking at your life from the outside, wondering what it would be like to have that peace and happiness, but they haven't put in the work to get there themselves. It's okay for them to observe, but it doesn't mean you need to welcome them back into your inner circle. You're in a new season of life now where your focus is on peace, growth, and happiness. You don't need to explain or defend this to anyone. The people who genuinely care about you will support your growth, even if it means you're not as accessible as before. They understand that as you become a better version of yourself, they're either with you or they're not. This is the nature of personal growth. It naturally filters out relationships that no longer serve you. Your journey has been about more than just achieving success or finding happiness. It's been about breaking old patterns, letting go of negativity, and choosing to live in a way that feels authentic to you. Not everyone will understand this, and that's okay. Your happiness, peace, and growth don't depend on anyone else's understanding or approval. You're living your truth, and that's the best thing you can do. So continue to protect your energy and trust in your path. Keep setting boundaries where needed, stay focused on your goals, and remember that the right people will appreciate and support who you are now. You don't need to let others' opinions distract you from what's truly important. They may be frustrated or confused by your boundaries, but that's a reflection of their own issues, not of your worth or decisions. Your light is your own, and as long as you're committed to growing, thriving, and staying true to yourself, you're exactly where you need to be. Keep shining, keep being authentic, and don't give your energy to those who can't appreciate it. This is your journey, and you have every right to protect it.